Okay, hello people, it's Rob, and yes, for once you can actually see me. We're about to run some Elite. I'm not feeling 100%, so I'm likely to be a little quiet. But with that said, let's get this started here. Or not, for some reason it's being a pain in the neck. 1 second. We're not getting the... There we go. We actually finally have the stream. So, one difference you'll notice is for once you guys can see my ugly mug on the stream. I've got it showing up in the little corner there. As I just said, I don't know how long this stream's going to go for. I am a little sore. That being said, I want to play some Elite. However, if the streaming starts impacting on my wife's Diablo 3, I will kill the stream. So the last run we did, we ended at Lily Port. We have just on 48,000 credits in the cargo hold. Well, in our bank account. We've upgraded the cargo on our Cobra here to hold 40 units of cargo. So if I go into the services here, and into commodities market, sorry, not the commodities market, we want outfitting. You'll notice I'm running two 16 compartments, 2 4s. Apparently you can actually get this up to 56, I think it is. Tons of cargo carryable, but to do that you'd have to rip out the shield generator and replace it with a 16, and of course the basic discovery scanner. Where we are at the moment, we don't have a... we're basically out in the sticks. If I pull the galaxy map up here, we're all the way at the front end of the bubble. We've just been doing some general trading and the like. We are thinking, I've been thinking of starting to head back down this way. So we're looking at the moment for any transports down to in this general direction. We may have to go exploring and see if anything's actually down here though. But even if it's over to Wolf 497 or the like, there's not a lot happening in this system. It's a tourism system. But we do have a light cargo transport in the direction we want to go. It's T, we'll take it. Laugh, as people have pointed out, you can cheat a little if you wanted to. So we've got one item. This place doesn't have anything in supply. For the most part, it's a tourism system. It's only thing it really wants to sell is bits and pieces to people. So it makes sense that it's got nothing for sale. We know we want to go to the Wolf 497 on it. Some people are noticing if they, on certain setups, if you get some stuttering if you select your destination before leaving the station or the port or the like. I've not had that problem. Until now, by the looks of it, I am actually getting some stuttering for the first time. Let's see what happens if we... The moment we unlock, so that's different. No idea.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Reading the forums, there's been a couple of people going, oh, the Cobra's center of rotation is wrong, it's too centered. Okay. We can't move a mouse easily on this screen, but if you look at that little picture of the Cobra there, we are seated almost directly in the middle in that little hump at the front. Even if this was not as big as it is, my center of rotation is still down the center of the ship. I'm not offset from that much from the center of the ship. I mean, I could literally, in terms of getting to the center of rotation, if I wasn't bound to the seat, move 5 inches over in this direction, so right there in the center, and I'd be in the center of the ship. Having been in even a light aircraft and the like where you're sitting side by side and you roll, the center is, there's not much of a visible adjustment from one side to the other when you're talking such distances, okay? It's what Frontier have done, the rotations, it all looks fine. Nothing glaringly wrong.
Drive charging.
Plus, if they're smart, they'll have culminated all the HUD information for the middle of the ship anyway. That's how a HUD normally works. It's culminated
Ready to engage.
for the midpoint, not the
4, 3, 2.
point in front of you. So if this was a real aircraft, for example, and I had a flight path vector, it would be for the middle of the ship, not displaying where I was flying, not directly in front of me. We needed to go to Caden Camp, and of course we don't have a lot of information on this system. So, let's get the initial scan going. Got 5 new astronomical items. We could sit and scan every one of these, try and get the information. We'll think about that after we get out and get this item delivered. It's about Jupiter distance out. Got some adverse roll going on with my joystick here. One moment. Damn, that's way out of its... X-axis is way out compared to normal. Well, I'm still getting full throws, but just compared to normal, my axes are out. And of course we're going to get screaming past where we're aiming for at the moment, because I've just unplugged the joystick and now I've got to manage to get the plug back in. Okay, there we go. That's actually centered now. And just so you can, in case you are wondering what I was looking at, I believe I can slow myself down here so I'm not screaming off into the distance. Okay, it doesn't want to actually show me. If I move Ah, because it's hiding. Some reason it's hiding up out of view and I can't get it to move it down. Position, size, recent. Oh well. Okay. So this is showing the feedback throws on my X65. You can see the movements and the like. I've got a little bit of a dead zone. The rudder never seems to actually center completely up, so I've got a dead zone there. And I actually need to make a slightly bigger one on my y-axis here. The y-axis being this axis, just if I can actually see past my cat. Just here. So we're going to and what I could do, we can try clear calibration. Try calibrate. What you can't see is it's got please do not touch your controller, yada yada yada. We come back. That wide dead zone center string just seems to stay there. In part, I think it's because normally you've got a little bit of back weight on it simply because of your hand. So yeah, anyway, tell it to go away, go back to playing the game. And just in case anybody's wondering why I've switched the stream from general to may contain inappropriate content, is occasionally I swear. I am not going to change that fact by flagging it that it may contain such content. Nobody can complain about the fact. Anyway, we've got to deliver it and make it to this station, which doesn't look like it's going to be the one we want for the main transfer runs here.
Request granted.
There's the bug that some people have made the comment about with this, with some of these platforms. You'll notice we could see straight through that platform. However, if we come up here, preferably without getting ourselves too turned around. We definitely can't see straight through the platform. But, okay, we want to find where we've just put the platform we're meant to be landing on. It's up there. Some people have said you can't come sideways in on these. I've never actually had a problem with it. Just a case in point.
Warning, landing gear not
Okay,
deployed.
first time I've... No, that's a landing gear warning.
Docking
I
successful.
mean, I was
Engines
loitering fairly
disengaged.
badly there if I was going to get hit for loitering. We can make the jump. That's all I care there. For that amount of price, we can make the jump. So we've got to take these to Delmiot settlement in Colorand.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Drive charging.
Interesting to see if I can actually make this jump.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Spot looks of its settlements on the other side of the star at the moment.
Request granted. Detecting hostile scan. Warning, landing gear not deployed.
What do you mean landing gear not deployed? My landing gear is deployed.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So we just made an easy 62k. I actually want to go to Arcturus, so I don't mind taking this one. I've got 34 minutes to do it. What I do want to do, let's hang off for a second. Have a quick look at the commodities market here. So these guys got plenty of supply. So this is what gets me when you find on the forum some people saying that there is no supply. There's plenty of supply of lithium, titanium, even moderate supplies of indium and training here. Synthetic fabrics, there's a massive supply here. Makes sense, we're a refinery and industrial, so they refine the metals and they make stuff, so we've got a mix. We're going to Arcturus, so we are actually going to have a look in a second. And yes, I just basically buy occasionally random star chart data. If I've got the extra cash, it all adds to my library. But we're going to Arcturus as this states, so galaxy map. Taurus is this really, really bright star over here. It's an agricultural system by the looks of it. A red giant. So we might not have a lot that we can pick up here that they're going to be after over in that system. We can speculate they may need some explosives, so we're just going to grab 2. Some synthetic fabrics. We never know. I've never been out there. Normally going out there will give you an idea of the market. Actually, we will grab... That'll do. We dropped it down because we wanted to quickly have a look at what is being offered weapons-wise. Simply because I'm interested in what it actually does, I'm buying one. Now the big thing of course is every time I add something to the ship, I'm putting more weight on it, reducing my range. I've just gone from being able to do almost 11, 12 light year jump ranges down to 10. You've got to weigh the positive and the negatives. It's as simple as that. We'll line up. When we get out, we want that. Oh, we did refuel, did we not? Yep.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
A little bit too much power there on our up boost. Basically we're running multi-cannons and pulse lasers. Once we get this delivery done, we may actually finally go test that stuff. It'd be a nice change. I've not gone out and done a fight in this ship. Well, not a proper one anyway. Been using it for cargo runs, but we've got the frame shift scanner now and the like, so...
3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay, so we needed to take this to Fort Harrison. Fort Harrison is over here. What I do wish there was an option for is obviously the moment I bring up something, my HUD comes up. It'd be nice if there was a way to tell it to go away. Maybe there is, I've just not found it. Who knows? This is one busy system. We've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stations. Impressive. We're about to go screaming past Fort Harrison, so we're going to actually start the loop. "23 minutes, so I've got plenty of time to get this delivered and to explore this system. I've been meaning to come here since beta started, and the like. I just it's a glowing big star on the star map. You know, it's kind of, I want to say I've been there. Orbis station. Two hab rings by the looks of it. I actually like the look of the Orbis more than any of the other stations, simply because you can easily imagine something like this taking the next step up to be Babylon 5 or the like. It's not that much of a stretch of the imagination to put the extra little bit of hab rings on. And I mean, even this front section, if you look at it, go look at Bab 5, there's definitely similarities. I won't say that thing, but it would not surprise me if Babylon 5 has not at least been used as some reference, because I half expect to come flying in through there and see one of us staring out the window at me. Of course, yes, of course in Babylon 5 I'd be going down a rather long tunnel and the docking computer would have control of me. And I'd get yelled at if I tried to take manual control like I'm doing at the moment. but I don't have a docking computer installed.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So let's see, welcome to Fort Harrison. We're going to refuel, going to go to the bulletin board. The big one here, of course, is that this paid for our fuel. They wanted non-lethal weapons, so could do a run back to Brand Camp. But I've already said we're going to go out, do some shooting after this. So obviously we are not selling explosive here. There's no demand for explosives. They'll buy them from us, but there's no demand for them. It'd just be a waste of money. We'd be throwing away money. However, basic medicines we can sell here for a profit. And if we actually were willing to do the run from the system we just came back through, go back, grab a full cargo of basic medicines and come back, could easily be a profitable run. The synthetic fabrics, on the other hand, not profitable, at least not at Fort Harrison. We are going to have a quick look at the system map for here. So we're here at Fort Harrison. Brennan Depot doesn't import, export anything by the looks of it. I find it interesting that only one station tends to be an importer-exporter in the system. Hopefully it's just a bug at the moment. You know, hopefully it's just that they haven't got it done yet. But we're going to go head out in this direction. They go all the way out to the Just Giants. And see if we can't find some prey. I mean, we're still rocking around with 6 tons of cargo. Yeah. So we're not as light as we could be, but
Blocking bay access is a crime. Don't risk annihilation.
such things happen.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Of course, we said we wanted to test out the wake scanner. We have some... No, actually wakes there. They're a little close for... What have we here? Somebody got done by the looks of it for fruit and veggies. Sadly, I'm not in the. I don't want to be a pirate, so. Okay, we can't scan that wake yet. Damn it. The problem is I don't know exactly how. Ah, apparently he went for a jump further than I can. About the lake and just now.
Drive charging. Ready to engage.
This doesn't make sense. How can I jump to Fort Harrison? It's right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
This is not Fort Harrison. However, the Larkin that we just watched leave is in system. So that's how that works apparently. That being said, I want to go back to Arcturus.
Drive charging.
So this little jaunt's obviously not going to have given us any fuel, any cash for the fuel that we just burnt.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
On the other hand, we got to test out a system. clean. We don't pirate. Not only that, we can't see what cargo he's running anyway.
Drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Bit of traffic spawning out of this one.
Target shields offline. Detecting hostile scan. Detecting hostile scan.
We could chase him.
Target shields offline.
How can cannons get thermal?
Warning, under attack. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Detecting hostile scan. Drive charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Possibly my only complaint with some of the planets on this game is the lack of nightlights. This star's meant to have like 20 million people on it, mostly on that planet there. There should be some nightlights from cities and the like. Small nitpick, but a true one. Do we want to go all the way out here, or do we actually want to go back and have a look at Brennan's depot? Decisions. We're out of the gravity ball and kicking up speed anyway, so...
Detecting hostile scan. Warning, under attack. Target shields offline. Target shields online.
Two different grades of multi-cannons on. I just realised that's why my fire rates look so weird.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Detecting hostile scan. Target destroyed.
Well, it's the first time I've seen that type of response. And two anacondas jumping in, jeez. Damn it, we didn't get to the bikes in time.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Even if this place doesn't let us upgrade systems or anything, we can at least pick up the bounties, and the bounties have more than paid for themselves. Bounties have easily paid for themselves. However, going in, I do want to check something. We've got a Cobra Mark III, Laura Carter. So Miss Carter here. I don't know if I want to go into that on a dinner. Can't help it.
Under attack. Detecting hostile scan.
He's using gimbals. Damn it.
Target shields offline. Target shields online. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
Sadly, we're not going to get the kill. System Authority responds fairly quickly around here.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. hostile scan. Request granted.
Do you have authorization to be inside the docking bay? Remember, loitering is a violation. Unsanctioned acts of aggression will not
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
and enjoy your stay.
Okay, so this is a high and this is not. Trying to see. Yeah, that's the difference. High impact. Got a pulse laser on here at the moment, which is an F class. Don't have anything we can really switch it over for. But we've definitely seen that system security does their job and work. We might actually leave it there for today. As always, my name is Rob. I hope you enjoyed this stream, and I look forward to seeing you next time.